Is she the only victim?
She's the only victim.
Someone died. This isn't a game. This is like a big deal. This isn't like, oh, you stole a car and didn't go to school. Like, someone lost their life, dude.
But I cannot take responsibility for something that I did not do.
He gunned down a young mother at a red light. Her 5-year-old son was at home waiting for her. She never came back. In court, no remorse, no regret. He even called the murder weapon his toy. But then an eyewitness took the stand. Someone who was in that car. Someone who saw everything. And in one moment, the lies collapsed. This is the story of Pamela Cabriales and the 14-year-old who decided her life didn't matter. February 20th, 2021. Saturday night, Denver, Colorado. Pamela Cabriales, 32 years old real estate agent, single mother, was heading home after dinner with a friend. Her 5-year-old son, Leo, was waiting at home. She stopped at a red light on Colfax Avenue and I-25. Her car tapped the one in front of her. Not a crash, not a collision. In the car in front of her sat 3 teenagers. The driver was 18-year-old Nishan Johnson. In the passenger seat, a 14-year-old named Remi Cordova, already carrying an AR-15 rifle that night. When their car got tapped, Walt Cordova turned to Johnson and asked 4 words. "Can I bust on them?" Johnson looked back at him and said, "Do what you gotta do, that's on you." That was it. 4 words, 1 answer. And Pamela Cabriales' life was over.
She got her out the
I got some cheeseburgers.
Cheeseburgers, face here. Let me suck your ugly ass.
Then I heard pop, 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 pop. And at first, it didn't register what was happening until the cars in the 2 lanes next to me started going. And then I realized, I said, oh shit, something's happening, and I ducked down, and several more happened. Barely got a glance. It looked as though the window was either rolled down or shot out, but I believe that the window was out. I didn't look at the windshield or see inside the vehicle. And then the car that was in front of them sped off. I went behind them, but pretty far back because they went pretty quickly, and got off on Federal.
Cordova stepped out of that car with the AR-15. Pamela was still sitting at the red light, completely unaware. He opened fire into her windshield. 7 shots. Then he got back in the car, fired 2 more times as Johnson drove off, and they were gone. Pamela was rushed to hospital. She had a gunshot wound to the head. She never woke up. She died 2 days later on February 22nd, 2021. What makes this even harder to sit with that same night, before Pamela was shot, that same car had pulled up to a McDonald's. This wasn't a snap decision. This was a pattern, and police were already looking for them.
Ma'am, I'm gonna cut your seatbelt, okay? I'm Officer Lepper with the Denver Police Department, okay?
In battle, shut down southbound.
Hey, ma'am.
Here's the scene from another perspective.
Here, I'm just gonna keep some pressure on him, okay?
Yeah.
Hey, she took quite a few.
Check in this pocket.
160, yeah. We got 7 gunshots to the front and 3 exits to the back.
This next part is really tough. You can see the rear window of Pamela's Range Rover has been completely shot out.
No, other than somebody called in, said gunshots fired between 2 cars. I wasn't able to get a description of the other vehicle.
When Cordova was arrested, he didn't cry. He didn't panic. He bragged. He called the AR-15 his toy, the weapon that just took a mother away from her 5-year-old boy.
Before we continue, quick favor. If you're enjoying this video, hit like and subscribe. 98% watch without subscribing. It's free for you and a game changer for me. Thanks. Now back to the video.
Cordova was initially charged as a juvenile, but because of the severity of what he did and his prior record, he had been released by a juvenile court judge 3 separate times on weapons charges before this killing. The case was transferred to adult court. The trial kicked off October 21st, 2024 in Denver District Court. The prosecution kept it straightforward.
What is the conversation in the car?
Really was no conversation in the car.
Earlier you told me because you didn't have a license.
Yeah, like, I don't have no license, but that's what they was telling me. You said what was the conversation?
And who was telling you to go?
Little bro. He was like, bro, just go. You feel me? I mean, don't have no license. You feel me? Not finna pull off.
Did little bro say he was hot?
Nah.
Tell me how they panicked. How did you know they panicked, Nishan?
Cause you know when police get behind you sometimes and you know you ain't doing nothing? Like me, when I know I ain't doing nothing wrong, I wasn't really panicking, but what made me really panic was because they was all going like, bro, come on, bro, go.
My friend and the passenger asked the person in the driver if he can shoot him. And then the person in the driver said yes, and then he hopped out and shot him.
Listen to me.
I know I didn't shoot that gun. I know I didn't, because he even asked Rashawn if he can shoot before he even shot the gun and popped out.
The defense had a different version. They pointed at the unnamed third teenager in the back seat, claimed he was the actual shooter, and had blamed Cordova to save himself. Then the eyewitness took the stand. Someone who was inside that car, someone who heard every word, someone who watched Cordova step out of the vehicle with that rifle. They said it all, under oath, in front of the jury. The defense's theory fell apart right there in that room. Pamela's family had waited over 3 years for that moment, and it was finally here. December 12th, 2024, Denver District Court. Judge Daryl Shockley presiding. One by one, Pamela's family walked up to that microphone. Her sister talked about Leo, how he'll never hear his mother say, "I love you." Not once, not ever. Her ex-husband Lorenzo stood up and described the nights. "What do you do when your child asks you, 'Who's going to take care of me if you die, Daddy?'" He looked at Cordova and said, "She was the heartbeat of our family. She was the example of what love and kindness should look like in this world."
Ha cambiado mucho la vida, completamente. Ya siempre estoy llorando en tratamiento.
Then Remi Cordova stood up after every tear, after every statement, after everything that family poured out in that room. He looked at them and said, "I'm terribly sorry for the pain that you guys feel, but I cannot take responsibility for something that I did not do. That was it. No accountability, no humanity."
I want y'all to really know I feel for y'all, and I understand completely, and I'm terribly sorry for the pain that you guys feel. But I cannot take responsibility for something that I did not do.
Judge Shockley acknowledged what had been done to Cordova as a child. He said it, he meant it. Then he sentenced him anyway. Life in prison, parole not possible for 40 years, plus an additional 8 years consecutive for the attempted murder charge. Remi Cordova will not see the outside world until he is in his late 50s, at the absolute earliest. His co-defendant, Nishan Johnson, the one who said, "Do what you gotta do," is already serving 35 years. If Pamela's story deserves to be remembered, drop her name in the comments. Share this video, and subscribe for more cases like this. Thank you for watching.
Love courtroom drama and real-life justice? Then hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you're always up to date with our latest videos. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.